radar, there hasn't been a single bet placed on this game as of Thursday morning. Can you believe that? No, it's not true, but this goes a long way to determine who could possibly be the 5th or 6th seed in the AFC and who was embarrassed more last week. Was it the Ravens against the Browns, or was it the Titans against the Bills? I think the Titans were more embarrassed, and I think the Travis Titans win. I think plus 3.5.
Travis Titans.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you're right, Sal, because I'd like for that game I'm going to go see in London to matter a great deal between the Chargers and the Titans instead of being a play to try to fall out of 500. But I think the game actually that's getting no attention at all is the Bucs on the road against the Falcons. The Falcons have fallen to 1-4. They've been in position to win several of those games. The NFC South is a total minefield. You have no idea what's going to happen. And actually, that's my next game. What I should have been saying is UCF is at -4.5 at Memphis. Nobody's paying attention to this. I'm all in on Central Florida. I gave you a preview, as we call it in the biz, for my next bet already. But this one I'm telling you right now, UCF -4.5 at Memphis is the play.
I don't know how that game's under the radar. You bet it 17 times before we had this show 4 days this week. But
it's not under the radar to me. It's under the radar to the nation.
Mm-hmm. All the talk this week in the NFL is about the showdown at Foxborough between the undefeated Chiefs and the Patriots. But the other undefeated team goes on the road to Denver to play in frigid conditions. And there could be snow in the forecast for late October. Teams from Southern California, they don't like these temperatures. LA Rams dealing with some injuries. Don't be surprised if this game is a little bit closer. But again, we'll revisit this and actually put some money where my mouth is later on.
Ooh, all right. Another teaser. Next up, Fall Festival. Which NFL team loves pumpkin spice? I mean, that is almost out of contention, can keep hopes alive with a win this weekend, Sal. Who you got?
I think it's the Seahawks. They have to win in London, and that'll be win number 3. And then they have 3 games still against Arizona and San Francisco. I think that'll get them to 6, and maybe they get lucky a couple along the way. 9 and 7 could potentially get a 6 seed in the NFC. I love that Chris Carson. Love what he's doing. He has 200-yard games. And listen, if they're going to make their move this week, it's got to be Seattle. Hey, Todd, didn't you say Central Florida was the most bet team in college? How is this under the radar?
There are more bets on Central Florida, at least through Thursday, at some of the books I've spoken to, than any other team in college football. So Clay, like he always does, leading his sheep to slaughter.
It's a weird radar.
Oh, boy.
I am telling you that the sheep are going to be like lions come Saturday about 6 p.m. when everybody wins. By the way, mentioned the Falcons-Bucks a little bit earlier. Back to the Falcons-Bucks here. What I meant to say was the Falcons are the answer to this question. When you got 3 questions, sometimes you don't get the right answer. The Falcons are the answer here. They're sitting at 1-4. They could very easily have won multiple of the games that they have lost. Meanwhile, the Bucks are bringing back Jameis Winston. If the Falcons could find their way to a second win, get to 2-4, maybe they can stay alive for one of those wild card spots. I don't think they're going to catch the Panthers or, more likely, the Saints at the top of the division, but they can keep themselves relevant for the rest of the year. If they lose, they're done, so I'm with the Falcons here.
The Houston Texans right now are a team that's more than capable of getting their 3rd win in a row. They have one of the lightweights of the NFL coming into their building. We'll see how they bounce back from Sunday night if they expended too much energy. But double-digit favorites, I'm not advocating for laying the points for Houston, but a lot of us, myself included, may have written this team off for dead. All of a sudden, Deshaun Watson looks a little more polished, assuming he can stay on the field. The defense is only going to get better. They'll have another win. They'll build more confidence. And while I have zero confidence in Bill O'Brien, I think the Texans still have a lot to say about this AFC South race.
All of a sudden, they're playing the Bills, and, okay, maybe I'll take the Texans. Finally, double down. Which bet have you made this week that you'd like to double down on, Sal?
I already screwed this up. I like to double down on the Dolphins plus 3.5. They were 3, and I thought it would go to 2.5. I said everyone grabbed at 3, and now it's 3.5. And I don't understand why. I know Trubisky lit up the Buccaneers, 32nd ranked defense in the league. So what's the big deal about that? Meanwhile, Dolphins secondary, sneaky good, 5th in passing efficiency. I think it's going to be close. I think the Fish pull out a victory.
I've got Bama -28. I think what's going to happen the more I look at this game against Mizzou is Nick Saban's furious at his defense for giving up 31 points. And so I think he is going to stifle Mizzou, not give up very much points himself, try to get his defense back in working order. I'd like to see this number tick down to 27.5 or so. It stayed right at 28, but I think even at 28, Bama's going to win by 30 or more comfortably over Mizzou.
And I'd like to double down a bet I made yesterday. The problem is the number no longer exists. The Michigan Wolverines They went from 7. They're now a 9.5-point favorite against Wisconsin. Joel Klatt only strengthened the case for what's wrong with Wisconsin on the defensive side. The secondary is an absolute mess. They're going to go into the Big House, and they're going to lose by double digits. There's a little bit of value left if you want to get on the train before it officially leaves the station at 10. You can't really make a case for Michigan.
All right, bonus question. Everyone knows we have a little lock-it-in DraftKings competition here. Everyone also knows Adam, our researcher, is a filthy little cheater. Okay, maybe I made that up. Todd, who is your player from Thursday Night Football on Fox to get our weekend started on Fox?
Well, we went over his prop number for receiving yards at 69.5, so I think Zach Ertz has to be that guy. With some rain there, I don't think Philadelphia is going to be able to stretch the field the way they may like. Ertz is going to operate underneath. I expect him to have 6 to 8 catches minimum, far exceed that 69.5-yard expectation, and most likely he's going to find pay dirt at least once, maybe twice. Zach Ertz is a tight end you want to have in your DraftKings lineup to get things headed in the right direction.
All right, sure you don't like James Conner?
I already picked him earlier in the week, Sal. I got him in my lineup for Sunday. And I got even more players I'm going to give you tomorrow. Don't you worry about it, Sal.
All right, play it free for your share of $200,000 in cash prizes on DraftKings tonight. Download the DraftKings app and sign up using promo code LOCK now. Coming up, we are joined by predictive analytics expert John Berger, who I'm assuming will be predicting analytics, amongst other things. College, football, NFL topics. Stick around, don't go anywhere.
Today's Best Western rewards you in a flash. Get a free night pass with points that never expire at over 40